And you're very welcome live to Courtown for the game of Courtown Hibs versus Shamrock Rovers of Enniscorthy. Pat Doyle and Frank Derrickson on commentary. Here's Pat.
Thanks, Mahoney. Great to be here again this evening. Frankie, would you just quickly go through the Courtown team first there, please?
Yeah, so in goal we've got Jason Maguire, 2 Dale Galway, number 8 I think is Jamie Fleming, 4 Colin Kinsella, 5 Dylan Fleming, 6 Jack O'Brien, 7 Luke Green, 8 Matty Kavanagh, 9 Michael Kinsella, 10 Glenn Hughes, and 11 Colin O'Brien.
Thanks, Frankie. And then just for Shamrock Rovers we have Ryan Price in goal, Martin McKeown at right back with Mikey Dempsey at left back, Alan Freeman Ian centre back pairing. Eddie Black is in there today at number 6, James Flynn and John O'Connor either wing, James Cardy in centre midfield with Marty Kelly and Emma Quirk up top. Frankie, so it's a big game for Shamrock Rovers, especially after Goyrage got the late win last night. You expecting a big performance, especially after the 3 points picked up at the weekend?
Yeah, it was a great win from there at the weekend, so they'll be looking to build on that now again. There'll be favourites coming into the game and they're looking to stamp their authority on it straight away.
Courtown now looking to get about this step and ball now with Emma Quirk. It's fine John O'Connor, but just overhit. Courtown now looking to play out. Ball now with Freeman for Shamrock Rovers. It is a back to Price. Sends it up long. Clear by Courtown. James Carter looking to put pressure on, but Courtown hold on to the ball. Courtown now send it up long. Courtown now looking to play the ball out. Freeman put under pressure. Mickey Dempsey looking to clear the ball, but challenge bring from Courtown and foul on Mickey Dempsey, but Ian sent it down, holding his calf, and an early injury here for Shamrock Rovers.
Injured already? Who is it?
YouTube on your phone, please.
Off well!
Price sends the ball up, but wasn't controlled by Mickey Dempsey and Gory now. Sorry, Courtown looking to play out. Ian sends the ball down. But O'Connor now looks to brings the ball into it. Looks for options inside, but ball comes off a Courtown player. Courtown now looks to clear their lines. Ball now with Dempsey. Looks to find Quirk, but challenge with him from Courtown again. Falls down. Martin McKeown gets a foot to a ball. Chance here now for Courtown early, and saved by Ryan Price, but put out for a Courtown corner. Frankie, that was a dangerous chance there for Courtown.
Yeah, I thought a goal written all over it there. It was great defending to get back on it. Thought it was a bit of a lost cause, but he'd never give up on it, and only a corner would have been a goal otherwise.
Courtown send the ball in. And one there with number 4 Colin Kinsella, but just couldn't direct it on target. And Marty Kane now sends the ball down long. James Flynn tries to get his head in it, but ball sent out.
Come on, Rovers, let's get into it.
Of course, now looking to hold on to the ball.
Stand him.
Pressure upon by Eddie Black and Murphy Cohen. Emma Quirk gives away the foul. And the ball came very close for our cameraman there. He nearly lost his breakfast again.
Right, switch on! Where are they going?
Ball sent by Shane Fleming. Won the air by Eddie Black. Emma Quirk looks to control it. It's not John O'Connor, but it's cleared by Dale Galway. O'Connor again looks to flick it on, but cleared by Colin Kinsella. Michael Kinsella puts the ball out there. It'll be a Shamrock Rovers throw-in. Jack O'Brien finds Luke Green, but Eddie Black wins the ball right. Quirk lays off to Marty Kelly, but heavy touch from Marty Kelly. Looks to win the ball back and wins the foul there of number 11 Colin O'Brien.
Pat, cancel that call.
Murphy Cohen sends the ball in. Finds John Red first, but Jason Maguire for Courtown claims it.
Where are we going? 3 steps back, Eddie, 3 steps back. Winners! Hey, your ball.
But neither player could, for either team could get the ball there, and Sinna sends down, flicked on. But Maguire tells his back line to leave it and look to play out again. Dale Galway. Luke Green with pressure upon with Marty Kelly, who wins the ball back. Now Eddie Black. And Black looking to find Flynn. But Jamie Fleming dispossessed him, and the ball now with Colin O'Brien. But if Flynn puts pressure on Fleming and wins the ball back, now with James Carty. The flag is up from the referee there, and Courtown give away a free, and Shamrock Rovers have a dangerous attack here now, Frankie.
Yeah, Courtown trying to play football in fairness to them. They're trying to play out, but Shamrock are putting good pressure on them there, and see they won it back there in a dangerous position and drew the foul. So it's nice to see him trying to play football, but Shamrock Rovers press is very good as well.
I suppose when you're looking in that half, you feel like really you want to be kind of more direct and getting out and try and just play it more further up the field, really.
I'll look at the time and place too, but I've played against Shamrocks a few times, you know, and they're famous for their press. You know, they work really hard when they don't have the ball, so it's about doing it in the right places, I suppose.
Marty Kay sends the ball in, cleared by, was ball in by Freeman, but the offside flag call there. Courtown will have a chance now to clear the lines again. Jeff Maguire sends the ball along, won the air by Ian Sennett. Sent down from Jack O'Brien, but Ryan Pearce for Shamrock Rovers, the goal, claims the ball. Sends the ball, Marty Kelly looks in control, but struggling to control, but clever enough wins the foul there. Marty Kelly stands over, looks for options. It was fine. James Carver just couldn't get a fun. It was a clever ball. Well, Marty Kelly, I think, has been kind of the focal point there for a lot of the link-up play for Rovers. He's we've seen the last week's game, he's a very technically good footballer, so he doesn't look overly ambitious, but when he has the ball to his feet, it's very hard to take it off him.
Yeah, Marty's a class player, you know. He's been around there now for a number of years now, but still run through him, you know. It's a great asset to have in the middle there, and you'd be looking to use him every opportunity to get.
Where plays is short, but sent back by number 4 Colin Kinsler to his goalkeeper. Fleming for Courtown sends the ball up and sends it out for a Shamrock's throw.
You call it.
We seem to be wrong in that one. It looks to be still get a click there somewhere. I thought it was a Rovers ball, did you?
Yeah, not quite sure there now, but I suppose Nicky would have a decent view of it there, so he'll have to go to the linesman's call.
Marty Kelly now has the ball. Keeps in play well and gets by two Courtown players, but just overhit the pass. James Maguire sends the ball up long. 1-0 from Murphy Keown. James Lane sticks his boot to it, but Jack O'Brien wins it for Courtown. Now James Carty lays the ball for the Rovers and looks to drive his way into the field, but got hacked down there, Frankie. It's a challenge I'd be proud of myself, but I mean, if you're playing Premier League football, it's not something you want to be seeing too often.
No, but look at when James Carty, when he's running through like that, you know, sometimes there's no other option really, you know, you can't let him run through the whole way. But myself and Marty Kelly now, there's a few times I've tried to run direct at him, which is, it's paying off at the minute.
They'll take the free kick, but John O'Connor there, he's so clever little click there, like Maguire wasn't ready. I mean, look, it's the best opportunity to go for that far corner, isn't it?
Oh yeah, when they come off they're great, you know, and so was the early stage in the game sort of goal.
Courtown now take the goal kick shortened. Dylan Fleming up under pressure. Flynn now for Rovers a chance. Gets by Fleming. Sends the ball across the back course. Looks to find. Oh, John O'Connor with another chance there. Gets it on target, but a simple save for Jason Maguire in the Courtown goal as the ball is sent up long again. 1-0 Eddie Black. Calls for handball. Referee says play on. Ball with Glenn Hughes to Matty Kavanagh, sends it up, but clear by Eddie Black. Ball with Glenn Hughes again. Dale Galway looks to send it in. Clear by Murphy McKeown. James Carty gets it onto a ball now with Eddie Black. Eddie Black looks to find Quirk, but one there for Colin Kinsler. Matty Kelly now has the ball. Pressured up on from Luke Green, and Courtown get the ball back. The ball back now with Luke Green. There's a Colin O'Brien. Jamie Fleming now throws the ball over to Dylan Fleming. Colin Kinsler over to Dale Galway. Kinsler sends it up long, finds Michael Kinsler, and Ian Sinnott gives away the foul there. Bit of handbags there, Frankie. Referee quickly enough put stop to it.
Yeah, I don't think there's much in that there, but that's what Courtown need, you know, is to draw a few fouls and win the ball high up the pitch. You know, the Shamrock Rovers press now, they're struggling to work it out, so they need those kind of frees now just to break momentum.
And dangerous ball in there from Galway. Oh, and number 5 Dylan Fleming made it a long way up the field and got touching, but just non-substantial to challenge the keeper. Jeff Flynn there with a great touch to get by Fleming. Ball over Murphy McKeown. Marty Kelly. Marty looks to hit Quirk, but one there from Courtown, and Jack O'Brien loses possession. Up Eddie Black now. Does it hit John O'Connor? Ball now Eddie Black. Looks like hit James Carty. James Carty will chest. Shamrock still have a chance here now. Audacious attempt. Ooh. And that was not a good effort there from Mark McKeown. Close to the top corner, Frankie. But I mean, Rovers are so dangerous they can be in for James Carty, and lucky not to get a strike away from the good control off the chest.
Yeah, there's a few times now they've won the ball back up early, and they're getting the chances from it there. We had a great view of that shot there, and it wasn't far away,
Jason Maguire starting off with Flynn wins the ball there with Fleming. Send up. And number 9 for Courtown, Michael Kinsley, wins the foul there now in a dangerous position for Courtown. Free here now is going to be hit by number 11. Colm O'Brien is the referee. Make sure the Rovers wall is the required distance back. Alright. Oh, and great effort and a super save from Ryan Price there. Frankie had to get across quickly.
Yeah, brilliant effort there. I thought the keeper made a move to go to the right and then had to come back for it, and it turned out into a very good save, but really well taken free.
And a subsequent rebound was sent out of play, so Ryan Price, after a good save, will get a chance just to stay down the ship and get Rovers back playing in the Courtown half of the field. Chance here now for Matty Kavanagh with Luke Green, with chance for him James Carty. Jack O'Brien over to Dale Galway. It's Colin Kinsley. Sends a hub long. Wonder where he sent it, but Matty Kavanagh lays it down to Glenn Hughes. Puts across the box, but couldn't find Michael Kinsley. Jack O'Brien now again finds Luke Green. Luke Green gets by Ian Sinnott, tries to put the ball across, but and dangerous ball across, just knowing they're Courtown to capitalise on that, Frankie.
Yeah, it's a couple of chances now for Courtown. They're starting to be able to pass the ball around now with a bit more space, and it's starting to pay off. I saw one in the air by Dylan Fleming. Oh no, Bert McKeown. Marty Kelly holding on to the ball, lays it back to McKeown again. Eddie Black finds James Carty, or finds Marty Kelly. Marty Kelly tries to bring the ball inside. James Carty lays out to Murt McKeown, and that's advantage been played, so there is a heavy challenge left in there from number 11 Colin O'Brien and James Carty, who's back on his feet. Eddie Black now has the ball. Loves to find Quirk. Quirk has the ball, sends it across. Couldn't find John O'Connor, and Colin O'Brien now has the ball. Sends the ball down. Ball goes out, and referee talks to Colin O'Brien and shows him a yellow card for that challenge. Definitely yellow there, Frankie. Yeah, probably was there now. Yeah, in fairness, there was good advantage played there, and they got the cross in, but brought back for the yellow. So a few tackles now gone in there, and I think he all just wanted to get a grip of it again.
Freeman sends the ball down, but couldn't find Quirk. Jack O'Brien now to Colm O'Brien. Back to Fleming. Pressure put on over from Quirk, and now Flynn gives the ball off to Quirk again. A flag up from the linesman. Another free for Shamrock Rovers. And this way was Shamrock Courtown don't really want to be doing with Frankie, giving away a lot of silly niggly fouls there. You know, giving the big men like Quirk and James Carty in there a chance to get their heads on these good crosses.
Yeah, they're getting turned over and trying to play out now a few times, you know, and there's that incites a bit of panic then, you know, and you tend to give away fouls and stuff to make up for it. So they'll need to cut that out now, either go a bit longer or hopefully just work it a bit quicker.
There's Marty Kelly here now, looks to cross this one into one of his teammates. Looks close to the back post, but Jason Maguire claims it for Courtown Hibs. Jason, of course, followed the Ferns underage. I think Carney showed him everything he knows. Probably found a bit more after that as well, though, did he?
Yeah, the famous Ferns youth products there, yeah. And Jason's a class goalkeeper, you know. Still young too, so he's only going to get better and better.
John O'Connor now looks to play in, but dispossessed. And Dale Galway for Courtown sends the ball up. Mickey Dempsey though, oh, poor pass, and Matty Kavanagh as well, but now James Carty looks to come through again. James Carty through the ball now with Emma Quirk. Emma Quirk shifts a heavy tackle, but now James Carty's the ball. Eddie Black lays over to James Flynn. Flynn but put under pressure from Colm O'Brien and gives away a foul. 21 minutes gone. Ball with Matty Kavanagh over to Dale Galway. On to Luke Green. Luke Green looks good by Dempsey, but a combination of Dempsey and Sinnott there wins the ball back. Ball out Eddie Black. Eddie Black sends it up long.
You have him, Cork, you have him, Cork.
Colin Kinsley lays it back to Jason Maguire. Maguire sends it up. Mark McKeown, 6 boot to it, sends it down the field. Just goes out of play now. Fleming throws it into Matty Kavanagh. Matty Kavanagh under pressure, but holds on to well pressure here now. Pulling from John O'Connor, and just as going by, just clipped Dale Galway for a Courtown free, which they take quickly. Ball with Michael Kinsley to Jack O'Brien. Dale Galway, but couldn't find Glenn Hughes there. The ball's not going out for a Shamrock's throw. Dylan Fleming now finds Glenn Hughes. Glenn Hughes makes it. Great run in the field. Oh, but great challenge there from Alan Freeman to deny Michael Kinsley a chance there now. James Carty, but dispossessed. Matty Kavanagh looks to find Michael Kinsley, and Courtown win the throw. Ball now with Dale Galway, who couldn't find a teammate. Now Emma Quirk looks to come out with the ball, who finds Marty Kelly. Marty Kelly holds the ball up well. but dispossessed by Jack O'Brien. Mike Havner looks to find a lovely ball over the top. Chance here now for Courtown, but Ryan Price makes a mistake. Number 7 Green holds on to the ball, challenged by Freeman, but referee says play on. Jack O'Brien now. Matty Kavanagh again, as Marty Kelly puts him under pressure and dispossesses him. John O'Connor looks to find Quirk. Quirk against Dylan Fleming. Moves back to Flynn. Sends the ball to the back post. John O'Connor wins the header in the air, but defended by Dylan Fleming. As Courtown now look to play out. Matty Kavanagh has the ball now to Jamie Fleming. But Eddie Black makes an interception and now looks to hit Quirk. Quirk and Fleming. Fleming wins the better of that duel. Colm O'Brien sends the ball over along to Michael Kinsella. Just over hit though. I saw Frank going back to that Courtown chance there. I mean, claims maybe for a penalty. Freeman a bit rash in with the challenge, but Courtown very disappointed not to capitalise on that really.
Yeah, there was a sniff of a chance there, alright. I think maybe he was a bit too honest for his own good. Had he gone down there, I think the ref would have had a decision to make, but again, it wasn't that clear, so I couldn't say for definite if it was or wasn't.
Ball with James Carty. This test from Courtown, but this is up to John O'Connor. But John O'Connor just couldn't control it. And the ball now with Colm Kinsella for Courtown. Sends a hub long. Freeman sticks his boot to us, sends it back into the Courtown half. 1 the air from James Carty now. Emma Quirk. When a good touch lays off. James Carty now again. Looks to find Quirk, but well defended by Colm Kinsella. Jack O'Brien now brings the ball out, but Ian Sinnott gives away the free. Wow, Glenn Hughes. Ian Sinnott there cutting across the stop. Michael Kinsella getting on the ball and plays it off Kinsella for a Shamrock Rovers throw. Little bit of niggling this game, Frankie, in general, isn't there?
Yeah, it usually makes for a good game too, though. You know, it keeps the tempo high and the intensity in it. Both teams are mad for the win, you know, so neither team are going to lay down here. Not to be flicked on by John O'Connor, but Courtown can win actually get the throw in this case. Dale Galway now will look to find a teammate. Finds Michael Kinsella. Dispossessed there by Rovers, but Ian Sinnott puts it out for another Courtown throw. John has the tent up here today, folks. For anyone that's seen us live in action, the tent is going all over the shop. Claims for a penalty there, and there's Courtown demanded it. Paul Corwin here on the shower saying just having a good laugh, thinking it's a bit theatrical. Frankie, what do you think?
Yeah, look, we're a bit far away from it, but in fairness now, the ref and the linesmen were close enough to it, so if they're happy, I'm happy.
They were happy enough, and by the looks of Paul Corwin's face, he was happy he wasn't given either. One there from Quirk. John O'Connor looks to run onto it, but Jason Wire sticks a good boot to it and sends it out for a Shamrock's throw. Dempsey looks to find James Carty, when James Carty works hard and couldn't find a teammate. One in the air by Michael Kinsler, and Green tries to lay it back off the Kinsler now again. Ian set up, gets there first and lays out for a Courtown throw. Well, again with Kinsler. Surrounded by Shamrock Rovers, and James Carty now has a chance to come out, but just a heavy first touch was out for a Courtown throw. Loves to find it. And Green comes off Mickey Dempsey for another Courtown corner. As well, this corner community says, today's game is proudly sponsored by Kenny Fuels of Ferns. Find him on Facebook and Twitter and at kennyfuels.ie. And the scaffolding was kindly sponsored by Fuse Technologies as the corner comes in. Colm O'Brien now. Eddie Blackface open. O'Brien still holds on to the ball. Throw given for Shamrocks. Ball out Freeman. Freeman sends it up. Dylan Fleming wins it. And claimed by Jason Maguire in the Courtown goal. Maguire sends it down long. Colm Ryan, but Mark McKeown intercepts and gives it to James Carty. James Carty just overhit. Couldn't find it. Quirk. Colin Kinsler sends it up and sends out a play for a Shamrock throw. Colin Kinsler been chased down with Quirk. Lays it back to Maguire. Ball over Dale Galway. Back to Kinsler. Maguire looks for options. One in the air over Mark McKeown. Eddie Black gets a boot on it. And McCord looks to flick it on to Marty Kelly there, and some nice link up there from Shamrock Rovers. Just Marty found offside as Maguire sends the ball up long. Ball now with Jack O'Brien. Back to Matty Kavanagh. To Dale Galway. But goes out for a Rovers throw. James Carty. A foul there against Mickey Dempsey by Jack O'Brien. And Ian said now look to send this one in long. Sent in, but just overhit, couldn't find Quirk or James Flynn. Frank, just over half an hour gone here. What do you make of the game so far?
Yeah, it's an interesting one there. Hasn't really taken off yet, but I suppose Shamrocks looked the more dangerous, but yet Courtown have had the better chance. You know, they could have had a couple of goals there already in the game, but Shamrock's press has maybe died down a little bit now, as which you'd expect, and Courtown are getting a bit more joy coming up here.
As Courtown come on the attack again, Number 10 there, Glenn Hughes, just couldn't find a teammate on that occasion. Also, Emma Court looks to flick it on, but couldn't get into it there as the ball is sent up long by number 4, Colin Kinsella. Green now for Courtown. Lays the ball off to Michael Kinsella. Michael Kinsella looks to play back to Green. Green now with a chance. But strong defending there between Alan Freeman and goalkeeper Ryan Price. Sniffs out the attack. Court looks to win it in the air. With the ball now with number 8, Matty Kavanagh. And as Fleming and Quirk want to get to know each other a little bit, any referee there, Frank just said, right, enough of this, boys, it's time to stop this now and get back to playing the game, really, isn't it?
Yeah, like you were saying there, there's a bit of needle in the game, alright, but sure, look, I don't think there's a whole lot in that either there now. A bit of pushing and shoving, that's all.
Stern warning, and enough when the referee says that. Ball sent up and Mark McKeown lays it back to his goalkeeper Ryan Price. Price sends the ball down long. Ball out Eddie Black. Find James Flynn, but just overhit and couldn't find Mark McKeown making the overlap and run. Oh, and good feed from Maguire's put under pressure by Cork. Mikey Dempsey though, put under pressure. Ian Smith, Ian Smith with the header there. Rovers get the throw and taken quickly to Cork. Cork gets by Dale going. Oh, and what an effort there, and a super save from James Maguire. But is it, you'd be expecting him to make a save with that much time to see the ball, Frankie?
Yeah, it was a good distance. I thought it was going well over at first, but it started to dip down there and had Jason very worried at the end of it, but done the right thing and just tipped it over.
There's a corner here now for Shamrock Rovers after that long range attempt from Emmett Quirk. Because sends it in. Claims repelling there, but nothing given. Cleared out by Courtown, and Rovers will have a throw to build from again. Oh, Dempsey, but defended by Courtown, and Ian looks to play back in. There all gets a on it, but now it's with James Carty. Pressure upon James Carty from number 10, Glenn Hughes, but Carty still holds on to the ball. And as he goes by Jack O'Brien, referee calls a foul and tells the Courtown players to get back the fouls and given. And Dempsey will look to swing this one in with the left boot. Over hit there and goes out for a Courtown Hibs goal kick. Dempsey for Rovers cleans out the back as the sends it up. Ball over Matty Kavanagh and a push in the bite there. James Carty wins another free for Rovers. There's a few chances behind on James Carty there now, and they're not letting him run with the ball anymore. They're happy enough just to give away the foul, really, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they've had a few warnings now, right, and he's getting some rough treatment there, but he's on the ball a lot too, which is going to lead to it, you know. Which I don't want. I'd say I'll have to stamp it out now if there's many more. Ball sent in from Black.
One there from John O'Connor, but claims by Jason Maguire in the Courtown goal. Jason looks to number 10 Glenn Hughes, but Alan Freeman clears the house. Fleming to Glenn Hughes. Glenn Hughes looks to get by Freeman, but defender from Shamrock Rovers. Emma Quirk wins the ball in the air, but Courtown hold on to it again. Ball now with Fleming. James Flynn claims the ball back. Here's James Carty. Oh, but couldn't find Flynn again. Matty Kavanagh. Here's Colin O'Brien. Ball out with Luke Green. Luke Green looks to take a chance, but pressure from being Sinnott. Over with Colin Hughes. Alan Green now again has it. Luke Green. Marty Kelly back there though wins the header. Matty Kavanagh. Jack O'Brien pressure from Rovers. And now James Lane gets a 6 knee to it. Marty Kelly looks to control it but couldn't do it first time. The ball is sent back to Maguire. Maguire sends the ball back down long. He sticks his head to it. And James Carty is on a comes game between himself and Dylan Fleming. As the referee says play on. Colin O'Brien loves to find Jamie Fleming. Jamie Fleming now with the ball and pressure from Boss. Flag not raised. Fleming now with a chance, but Alan Freeman back there to tidy up. Ball with Colin O'Brien. Eddie Black puts in the challenge, gives Marty Kelly a chance to play the ball down and take the pressure off Shamrock Rovers. Ball with Colin Kinsella. Over to Jack O'Brien. Marty Kelly putting him under pressure. There's off to Jason Maguire. But Maguire's overhits. The last few minutes there, Courtown really been putting a bit of a squeeze on Rovers there.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. You know, I think they're giving as good as they're getting now. As Rovers putting in the tackles early on, but Courtown are coming back at it now, and they're turning into a bit of a dogfight.
And another foul on number 8, James Carty there. No cards just yet, but Eddie Black will look to send this one in. Black sends the ball in deep, but one by Jason Maguire and being impeded there by Marty Kelly. I think obviously nothing in it, Frankie, in my opinion, but yellow card shown to Marty Kelly.
Yeah, not sure what else he could have done there. You know, it was unfortunate landing. I think Jason got there. He caught it really well, but I don't think know where Marty could have gone really.
Yeah, it was a bit unfortunate. Like, it was fair. He didn't go to do him or anything like that. Just unfortunate one of the things that can happen sometimes.
Well, yeah, and he got a nasty fall there now too. I think it was the fall maybe more so than the impact that has him down, but hopefully he'll be okay.
And just as we have this free time for Jason to get a bit of treatment, we'd like to thank our sponsors today, Kenny Fuels of Ferns. Visit them on Facebook and Twitter at kennyfuels.ie, as online as well. And also our scaffolding today is proudly sponsored by Fuse Technologies. Contact Fuse for all your security, fire prevention, TV installation needs and security. If anyone's out there can sponsor some form of cabin to protect John from the wind and the rain, we much appreciate it. Is it bad that we're looking for sponsorship at this stage, Frankie?
That's coming down.
I told John to put up the tent, John. Show him the tent.
I don't know, the minute we take it down it'll start raining.
Show them the tent. Show the people the tent. Look at what we're dealing with here.
Fixing the rain though, Pat. Fixing the rain.
You don't have the head cover on it, so it starts raining, we're still screwed.
You took it off. Why is it down there?
Stop showing people the tent, will you, John? Fascinated by the tent.
Professionals never.
It's not all glamour, lads.
Jason looks like he's going to be okay to continue, thankfully, anyway. Probably just a bit winded, really, Frankie, there, more than anything.
Yeah, hopefully he's not too bad there now. It was a fairly heavy fall, alright, so I'll take a couple of minutes to get over it, but it looks like he's up and ready to go.
Maguire now starts off the game. Ball on Marty Kelly. But Green looks to find Michael Kinsler. Michael Kinsler now has the ball. Comes across, looks for options. Plays off to Jack O'Brien. Comes down to Green. Green with a chance. Oh, chance here now for Courtown. Save from Ryan Price. Oh, audacious there from Courtown. Bit of a squeaky bum time there for Shamrock Rovers.
That was a real scramble there, you know. That's 2 or 3 times now that the ball's been in around the 6-yard box. Courtown, you know, they can probably find themselves lucky not to be ahead here at this stage.
Ball's down long. One the air from Fleming, but James Carty sticks his head to it. And John O'Connor gets it that time, and Jamie Fleming sticks a rash clearance out, but Jason Maguire back there just to tidy it up. Maguire sends it up long. Freeman looks like he's heading up, but goes out for a Courtown throw. Jack O'Brien back to Dale Galway, and Mikey Dempsey gets across to clear it out again for another Courtown throw. So if he's before John has a meeting in 10 minutes, is he going to go to the meeting or do a match, Frankie?
Oh, it could be. He'll multitask his art.
I guarantee he'll be late for it anyway. Well, half time there, Frankie, 0-0, I suppose. Both sides have had chances, but you know, probably Courtown probably feel a bit unlucky not to have taken a 1-goal lead at some stage in that game there.
Yeah, it'll definitely feel aggrieved not to have scored yet, you know. They've had some really good chances there. Shamrock's looking dangerous too. It's hard to see that it is still 0-0, you know, because both sides look like they are capable of opening up the defence. It'll be interesting now when fatigue starts setting in, how the second half will play out. Can Shamrocks keep up the press and win the ball back early, or will Courtown get a little bit sloppier now as they get tired? So it's an interesting one. It's in the balance still.
Absolutely. So half time here, we are 0-0. Once again, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Kenny Fuels of Ferns and Fuse Technologies, and we'll be back to you in the second half there shortly.
Alright guys, we're just waiting for the second half to start there. Once again, I just want to give a shout out to the two lads for helping us set up here. We have Keenan Quirk and we have Martin Ferreira here from Shamrocks. Big help setting up, wouldn't have happened without the lads there, so fair play to them.
Thanks, Frankie. Fair play to the two young fellas giving us a dig out there earlier on. Second half here now, Frankie. What are you expecting from both sides?
It'll be a tasty start again. I think both teams will probably up the intensity and look to get the early goal here in the second half. But yeah, it's going to be interesting now, especially with a lot of games in close succession, on whether there's going to be a fatigue element setting in or not. But as I said, the benches now will be crucial in the second half.
So I was just waiting for the referee to start the game. He's looking for a ball with the regulation with the pressure in it, Frankie. I don't know it off by heart myself, but he's happy with this one.
They can be hard to find. They can be hard to find.
Well, I suppose they're losing balls. Ty Nolan can't be far around trying to rob him for ferns. Love you really, Tiny. However, referee has the ball keepers ready. Michael Kinslett starts the game off. Ball over with Jamie Fleming for Courtown. Well, one there from Alan Freeman and Mark McKeown. Matty Kavanagh now has the ball. Colm O'Brien looks for options, plays it back to Dylan Fleming. But one there from Marty Kelly. We'll look to find Emma Quirk, but Fleming gets the interception now with Mark McKeown. But Freeman for Rovers gets a clearance and a chance here now, but Maguire gets out. Eddie Black sticks his head onto it. Fleming though for Courtown does it likewise. Poor clearance there from Freeman as Glenn Hughes was onto the ball, and foul there for James Carty. I think that's just using a foul me, lads. You can also foul you.
I'd say he set a record there in the first half for most times fouled in a half, but getting his own back there a little bit.
Matty Kavanagh now looked to put this into the Rovers box. Oh, chance. Oh, was it unlucky there from Luke Green? Great ball in, Frank. Got ahead of it, just needed more purchase really.
Yeah, lovely ball, really dangerous. You know, either side the keeper there now, and he would have been scrambling for it. So big chance again.
The chest, Dylan Fleming controls on and lays it off to Luke Green. Matty Kavanagh over to Jamie Fleming. Colm O'Brien back to Kavanagh again. So over hits there to go for a Shamrock straw. Marty Kelly now has the ball. Martin McKeown. Pressure put on by Courtown. The ball will go out again for another Shamrock Rovers straw. McKeown throws in but can't find a teammate. Now Kavanagh has the ball. There's over to Jamie Fleming. And James Fleming for Rovers puts a challenge and goes out for a quarter throw. Jamie Fleming to Dylan Fleming. Dylan Fleming sends it up long. Pushing the bite there on Michael Kinsley by Alan Freeman. Matty Mike Cavan now will look to set another dangerous ball in here. Look to ask questions of Ryan Price in the Shamrock's goal. Sends it in, but overhit that one there that time, Frankie, and lets Rovers away with a simple clearance now.
Yeah, not his finest. He'd like that one back now, right? But that's 3, I think, so far that Kinsella has won frees up there, just holding it up and drawing the foul, and it's really paying off for him. Look dangerous from most of their set pieces, Courtown. So it'll be interesting to see if that's a tactic or whether he's just getting manhandled up there.
I mean, Price, well, the poor goal kick is tied up by Marty Kelly. Mike Dempsey wins the head. Marty Kelly again, but pressure on. And well, James Carty shrugs off Courtown defender, but the ball goes out of play there, and Courtown will have a throw. Dig always sends up long. Oh, and 2 Rovers players getting each other's way, and Mickey Dempsey, the ball sent by him. He plays the ball off. Glenn Hughes and Shamrock's now hold on to a possession, but John O'Connor claims for a foul and not giving the ball go for another Shamrock show. I suppose Rovers want to just maybe hold on to the ball for a few minutes here, Frankie, and just get a foothold back in the game.
Yeah, a bit of a hectic start to the second half here. Sometimes these games take a few minutes to settle down. Both teams come out full of energy again after half time. So we'll give it a few minutes to settle down here.
Quirk lays it off to John O'Connor, but John O'Connor just steps over the ball, gives the Galway a chance to clean, but pressure put on from Marty Kelly, and Maguire is a rush clearance but wasn't controlled properly from James Flynn, and now Colin O'Brien looks to run the ball down into the Shamrocks half of the field. He's back off to Jamie Fleming, and Jamie Fleming evades the foul and lays the ball off to number 9 Michael Kinsella. Kinsella to Fleming again, Fleming to the byline, sends it across, but Ryan Price safe hands and sends the ball off quickly here now to John O'Connor. Emma Quirk loses control of it, but defended there by Jack O'Brien, but James Carty can't claim the ball, and it's now Cavan for Courtown Hibs. But poor pass, and now James Flynn has the ball. Lays it off to James Carty, now Eddie Black. Looks to find John O'Connor, but lovely touch there from John O'Connor, great control. And there Galway defends the ball well. Glenn Hughes was to find the run of Dale Galway, but ball over kicked. Dempsey keeps on play but can't find a teammate. Glenn Hughes, when Mikey Dempsey puts a challenge in, and Marty Kelly finds Freeman. Finds Mark McKeown. James Flynn looks to flick it over there. Now it's the first corner kick in the second half. Shamrock Rovers, a bit better there from Rovers, Frankie.
Yeah, starting to settle down a little bit there now. I think they'll be looking to get their football on it here now, make use of the height they have in the team here. There are a few big lads heading up for these, so a good ball in now and they'll get a chance over.
As looks to go waiting for another ball. I said that ball pressure is a
Hold you there, hard to come across.
Mark McKeown sends the ball in. James Carty just couldn't get his head in it. Eddie Black looks to get his pressures put on by Colin Kinsella, but couldn't find Emma Quirk. James Maguire with a poor clearance there that stage, but James Carty just couldn't control it. And the offside flag is up there against Michael Kinsella. I mean, he kind of knew it himself there, Frankie. He was a country mile offside nearly, as man could say.
Yeah, look, Nicky was in a good position there too, so he was waiting for the flag, wait till he touched it to put up the flag, you know, which unfortunately is one of those rules now. I think everyone knew he was offside, but unfortunately you have to wait till he gets to it.
Eddie Black sends the ball in. John O'Connor wins the ball in the air. Colin Kinslet, there Galway. But throw for Courtown Hibs. Matty Kavanagh. Alan Freeman sends the ball up, but one there for the big man, Dylan Fleming. And Freeman there again, though. Wins the header that time again. And Colin O'Reilly gives it free against Mark McKeown there. Ball now with James Carty, but just couldn't find James Flynn on that occasion. Ball flicked on there by Glenn Hughes and subsequently wins the foul. Ball sent by Kavanagh. Another dangerous ball, but Shepherd is out there by James Carty. Ryan Price now will look to get going. Quality hasn't been overly great so far, Frankie, has it?
No, it's kind of been a game of intensity more than quality, I suppose. You know, when both teams are giving it so much and they're flying into tackles, it's hard to get any real passing going. And then, in fairness to me, all I think is blowing up all the frees too, you know, so it doesn't get out of hand. So it's a bit stop-start. And then the quality from the set pieces maybe hasn't been there yet.
As misplaced passes played up there by James Flynn. Eddie Black now. There's over to Ian Sinnott. Sinnott off to James Carty. James Carty looks to find Quirk. Dangerous ball. Quirk gets to it first time. Oh, and just looked to come himself back in. Good defend there from Dylan Fleming. As Courtown now look to play the ball again over with Jamie Fleming. Colin O'Brien. Ball back to Maguire. Jamie Fleming flicks on to Luke Green. Luke Green Doven. Well defended there from Marty Kelly. Ball now with Kavanagh. Jack O'Brien. Kavanagh goes by again, but challenge put in there from Mikey Dempsey, who sends the ball out for a Courtown Hibs throw in just about the halfway line. Kavanagh lays it off to Dylan Fleming. Jack O'Brien. James Carter wins the ball back and foul by Glenn Hughes, and James Carter wins another free for Shamrock Rovers. Eddie Black takes quickly, but referee not happy from where he took it from, and looks to be retaken again. Substitution here now. James Flynn coming off and Jack Carroll coming on. Sends the ball in. One there, Marty Kelly. Just Carty claims for a handball. John O'Connor couldn't get by. Green off for Courtown. Look, said it. Might if he couldn't win the challenge there, and it's now Glenn Hughes. Glenn Hughes looking to make his way into the Shamrock half, but Eddie Black and Ian of combined together to dispossess the ball, but Black sends it out for a Courtown throw in deep inside the Shamrock's half of the field. Might if he takes the ball off Glenn Hughes and sends out for another Courtown throw. Dale Galway now looks to get the game back underway with the throw. Pressure on James Carty, puts out for another throw. Combination of James Carty and Eddie Black sends the ball back up, but Courtown hold on to possession. Chance to have Luke Green, but Mickey Dempsey looks for pressure on. Green still has the ball. Eddie Black there's off Dempsey. Marty Kelly sends the ball for a Courtown throw.
Number 6 there, it's free, look at. Number 6.
Ball out with Michael Kinsler. Glenn Hughes. There's over to Matty Kavanagh. Gets by Marty Kelly. I have a pressure problem from Rovers, and Kavanagh lose possession of the ball from being just crowded out. There Galway up. Sends the ball in. A chance here now for Kinsler. Chance runner for Mikey Dempsey. From my angle, look to get the ball, but referee just seen the foul on Frankie.
Yeah, I definitely got the ball, but it might have been a little bit from behind. It's hard to know what kind of view we all had of it there, but he might have just been from behind. When you lunge in like that, you're always risking the free, you know.
Chance now for Courtown to whip another ball in and look to test the Rovers defence and goalkeeper Ryan Price. 60 minutes gone here in the game. As Michael Kinsler looks to be feeling the effects of a couple of challenges there in that one, Frankie.
Yeah, he's won a few frees there now, you know. He's been thrown around a little bit there, but he'll be happy enough with the frees.
Jamie Fleming goes to hit the back post. 1 for Alan Freeman. Just goes out for a Courtown corner. Matty Kavanagh now will look to send this ball in. Was hit front post, but no one from Courtown can get a touch on that one. It's Kinsler again. Green now has the ball. Falls over, holds on to himself, but Rovers now look to get out of. And the goal goes out again for another corner. Has Courtown Frankie been gaining in confidence as this second half has gone on? They're playing more and more of the game in the Rovers half of the field.
Yeah, it's a good spell of pressure from now. A few set pieces there. That was a great corner in. It was probably the best quality set piece we've had, and I think it might have been actually cleared off the line there, but see if they can replicate it now again.
Matty Kavanagh now will send this one in again. Oh, looked to be one in the air by Colin Kinsler, but pressure put on from Freeman, didn't give him a clean header. Colin O'Brien faced up by Emma Quirk, but combination of Quirk and Freeman, he fouls Freeman there, and Rovers have a chance now to clear their lines. And Price sends up. Dylan Fleming, good tall man, but was using James Carty for leverage to try and win that header, and referee calls for a foul. And you can be 6 foot however, Frankie, you can always do a little boost every now and again.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's definitely free there again. It's Carty on the receiving end yet again.
As Eddie Black sends it in. Oh, and challenge there by Mikey Nason, but Jason Maguire throws it out as Cavan flicks it over to Green. Green makes it past Eddie Black. Chance over Cavan. Cavan looks to get by one. Chance here now for Hibs. Oh, and it goes out. It's offside flag is up, and I suppose there's another clear cut chance there from Hibs by Michael Kinsler. Just couldn't capitalise on it really.
Yeah, rapid counter attack there. I think the flag was up for him in the end. I think he was offside there, but really good counter attack there at pace, and they kind of cut him open there actually.
Ryan Price now look to send this one up long again. Bossing it up. 1 there with Marty Kelly. But Jack O'Brien now comes out with the ball. Dylan Fleming. Over to Colm O'Brien. Now to Green. Green loves to find Jamie Fleming coming across, but pressure put on again from the ball goes out for another Courtown corner. Let's wait for another ball just to come down there. Matty Kavanagh will look to swing this one in. And Courtown look to capitalise on one of these set piece opportunities. Ball comes to the front post again. 1 there with Ian Sinnott. Colin Kinsler looked to strike him off a Rovers player, and it goes out again now for another goal kick to Shamrock Rovers. And you kind of be fearful for Courtown at this stage that they've had so many opportunities now that if any poise the Rovers will get up the field and probably nick one, and they'll rue all these missed opportunities.
Yeah, you get the feeling there is going to be a goal coming here now, you know. It's definitely the best spell of the game that Courtown have had yet, but still no real clear cut opportunities in the second half yet.
1 there by the big man Fleming as Michael Kinsler looks to get onto it. Mikey Dempsey and Glenn Hughes, but Michael Kinsler gets to it first. Over now with Dylan Fleming, but Marty Kelly gets there ahead of it. Marty Kelly, oh! John O'Connor with a chance! Oh! Just past the post, and referee comes back for the foul there. Gave the advantage, but yellow card for Dale Galway there, and in fairness, Frank, that was a takedown job there. Watch that again.
Oh yeah, stonewall yellow there, you know. I think Miall did try to give advantage there and he got the shot away, but I think it's probably right to bring it back. Did he bring it back for the free or not? I think it's a goal kick he's given there now, but definite booking, yeah.
Yeah, probably one of Rovers' most clear-cut chances really in the second half.
Yeah, it was a great strike, you know. It couldn't have been more than a few inches away past that post. I don't think Jason was getting to it either, so really just shows how dangerous it can be on the break there.
Jason Maguire sends the ball up long. Quirk gets off. Goes to find Jack Carroll. Jamie Fleming right there, and Carroll gives away a free for a bit of a lunging challenge there.
Good job.
Jason Maguire now look to send this one up long. One by Eddie Black in the air. Dylan Fleming up. Eddie Black now. Let's find Jack Harrell running down. But ball now with Quirkers of poor clearance there from Jason Maguire. Colin Kinsley sticks the boot to it, but one there for Mark McKeown. And Jack O'Brien heads the ball off the referee, and Rovers now look to take advantage from it. It's by here Mikey Dempsey. Mikey looks for options, looks to find Quirk, but Colin Kinsley gets him across there and sends the ball out. Dempsey looks to find James Gardy, but Claims are pushed about there, nothing given from the referee. Ball taken quick there with Dale Galway. Sends the ball up. Flicked on here. Chance here now for Courtown, but the offside flag is off. Michael Kinsley called offside again. Eddie back now over to Freeman. And James Carty. Martin McKeown. Ball now with Quirk. Dylan Fleming intercepts the ball. Jack O'Brien, Kavanagh, Colin O'Brien. Chance from James Carty. Now Luke Green looks like a chance, but Ian Sienna comes across and makes a good challenge. And John O'Connor now looks to find Jack Harr, but just great interception there from Jamie Fleming, who looks to carry out the ball. Green looked to find Kavanagh, but intercepted there by Freeman. Jack O'Brien now. Over to Colm O'Brien. Jack Harrell putting under pressure and go out for a Courtown Hibs throw. Jamie Fleming sends the ball in. Oh, and just Glenn Hughes couldn't get his hand to it. It was Kinsley looks to try and keep the ball in play. There's back to Galway. Glenn Hughes to Galway again. Back to Hughes. Pressure put on over Rovers. Eddie Black now looks to come away with the ball as Glenn Hughes chases him down. There's the hop to Dempsey. Dempsey with the overlap and run. Dempsey sends it in first time. Tries to find Quirk, but Quirk just couldn't get his foot to it. As Kavanagh now looks to find Colm O'Brien down the left hand side of the field. Colm O'Brien now gets onto the ball. Looks for options on his inside the square. One chance here now. Courtown still have the ball. Carty putting pressure on Kinsley, driving it further out the field. Jack O'Brien plays back over to Colm O'Brien. The flag is off there. Flag is up there. That was just unlucky from Colm O'Brien, but game has really opened up here now, Frankie.
Yeah, as fatigue kind of starts sitting in there now, you know, you have a few more runners on the go here as well, but about 20 minutes left here now. It does look like it's opened up and there might be a goal coming soon.
Sub for Rovers as James Carty comes off from Eamon O'Brien. I suppose, Frank, when you've ever been taken down and tackled so many times, the body can only go so far, really, can't it?
Yeah, it'll be sore tomorrow, alright, yeah.
Sinnott sends the ball up long. Won by Dylan Fleming. And Jack O'Brien now to come out with the ball over to Colm O'Brien. And Green now. Ball with Kinsley. There's back to Jack O'Brien. Over to Colm O'Brien. Colm O'Brien looks for options. There's all the way back to his goalkeeper, Jason Maguire. Colin Kinsler. Off lane, but offside there again for Courtown, and Rovers look to play it out. Oh, John O'Connor looks to lay it off now to Mikey Dempsey. Eddie Black again, but couldn't find Eamon O'Brien. One in the air by John O'Connor. Quirk has now Eamon O'Brien. Eamon O'Brien, foul against Eamon O'Brien. And Shamrocks have a chance now to whip the ball in. Just a quick thanks to our sponsors, Kenny Fuels of Ferns and Fuse Technologies. Marty Hay looks to send the ball in. Oh, that didn't look too far away from the top corner, Frank.
That was a lovely strike there, yeah. I think Jason was in trouble there, that been a foot lower.
Oh my goodness.
15 minutes left to go on now. Ball back in the Rovers half the field. As we sent up, John O'Connor has the ball. Foul there by Jamie Fleming, and Rovers have another free. The ball now looks to be sent in for Rovers. Courtland looking to play it out. Looks to find Glenn Hughes. Mikey Dempsey though sticks to how it plays. Glenn Hughes is putting him under pressure. Kinsler, heavy touch, but Marty Kelly takes the ball but couldn't control it. Now back with Glenn Hughes, but Emma Quirk lays off to Eddie Black. Black to John O'Connor. Pressure put on there, and now Kavanagh has the ball. Kavanagh gets by Eddie Black. Kavanagh looks to take a chance, but just shoots wide on that occasion. Towards the 8th minute now, Frank. Do you see anyone getting a goal here? Because it's kind of died down a little bit now in the last few minutes.
Little bit now, yeah. Courtown had a good spell there about 15 minutes ago, but Shamrocks are back into it now and probably maybe look the more likely at the minute. But you get the feeling it'll be a set piece or a penalty or a free kick or something that will decide it if there is a goal.
As Carroll sends the ball down, Maguire claims the ball, throws it out here to Dale Galway. Glenn Hughes up, dispossessed by Mikey Dempsey, and lose possession now, and Glenn Hughes has the ball again. Ian Sinnott puts the ball out for a Courtown throw.
Yeah, I remember a few months ago.
The ball with Green. Heavy touch there, Marty Kelly looks to get by him for a Shamrock Rovers throw now.
And then I hit him into the throw and said, I can't breathe in the one.
Was on to Eamon O'Brien. Back to Dempsey. Marty Kelly though just couldn't control at that stage, and I think Kinsler just stopped his run there knowing he was going to be offside again. Ball's up long here. Out for a Courtown throw. Marty Kelly wins that in the air. John O'Connor over pressure put onto him by Jack O'Brien. Ian Sennett was defends well. Ball goes out for a Courtown throw. Ball sent across. But Jack Hart gets there now with ball with Eamon O'Brien. Eamon O'Brien looking for options to Eddie Black. Eddie Black, first time pass, looks to hit Quirk, but Dylan Fleming is back there to lay it back to Jason Maguire. Ball now with Colin O'Brien. Fresh bomb, Burke gives away the foul. I could do with a drop of water. Let's drop me water today. As the ball is sent down, Kinsella has the ball now. Ball with Jamie Flynn. Jamie Flynn looks to tee it up for himself, but pressure put on by Alan Freeman. Lays across now. Ian Sinna has it. Sends it up long. Ian O'Brien couldn't get to the ball first. Now Marty Kelly looks to go down by Dale Galway. Marty Kelly lays out to Emma Quirk. Onside. Oh, the flag is raised late there, so it is. A flag is raised late. That's a tight call, Frankie.
Right there now, yeah. The linesman looked like he's in good position in fairness, but I'd say it was a tight one. Marty still has the pound legs there now. He just drove past there, and it'll be one of those counter-attack goals, I think, if we do get one, and it looks like one goal will be enough if someone can nip it.
And Maguire sends the ball at long. One by Sinnott in the air. Now ball with Eddie Black. Black lays off to Marty Kelly. Marty Kelly looks to find Quirk. Onside this time. Lays off to Eamon O'Brien. Boss it in. Quirk with a chance! Oh! Super save for Maguire, but needs his defence to give him a hand there to keep that one out. Mark McKeown now saw the ball, but Combination Conroy and Jamie Fleming clears the lines. And Kinsey gets back there to stick the ball out for a Rovers throw. You see a couple of the Hibs players down now, stretching out the bodies. These last 5 minutes could be crucial for Rovers season, Frankie. They really need to get 3 points here to keep pressure on North End.
Oh yeah, that was a big chance from there, you know. Might not get a better chance. I'm not saying they won't score if they do get a chance, but I said that was the big chance for him, you know. See a couple of the Hibs players now are down, maybe just try and take the sting out a little bit, or trying to get their breath back, because they're putting a hell of a shift there now today.
As players are down, just taking a water break. Remember, this live stream of the TJ Murphy Wexford Football League is proudly sponsored by Kenny Fuels of Ferns, and our scaffolding today was proudly sponsored by Fuse Technologies. Now, the All Rounder Sport is the sole provider of the Wexford Football League live stream. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe for all the latest times we go live. And listen to our podcast if John ever bothers to put them up. Huh?
If they ever bother to appear.
And for any of you that don't know, you could also check out John's own solo podcast, The Week in Review with John Moynihan. John will dissect the weekly political views and let you all know what he thinks. Listen to one or two. I don't agree with any of it, but it is quite good to listen. So if you give that a like and share as well there, ladies and gentlemen, please. If Rovers look to eke out a goal here in the last few minutes of the game. nearly 83 minutes gone. Probably could be 4 or 5 minutes to stoppage here with a few breaks in play we've had, Frankie. So lots of time left to get a goal in this one.
Yeah, we're probably looking at about 10 minutes left there now, and Shamrock's last 10, I suppose, they started to put the pressure on really here now, so they look the more likely to score at the minute.
A substitution there. Number 18 Jamie Fleming has been replaced by number 17 Oisin Condren. There's one out with Marty Kelly, but cleared. And referee blows whistle there. I think Courtown might find a little bit of breeze. Probably had a chance to go on the counter. We're really happy. He blew it down. Looked like maybe a bit of shot in the head, so probably best just to call it up early.
Yeah, Rest aren't going to take a chance of that up around the head at all. They're going to stop it. I know they were breaking there, but it's still 2 against 3, so I'd say you've done the right thing to call it up.
No, look at this.
Dylan Fleming sent it up, but John O'Connor gets it flicked on from Emma Quirk,
More like we did against.
but Dempsey to Quirk again. Quirk holding up, back to Dempsey, but Courtown reclaim the ball. Dale Galway sends it up long. Ian Sinnott cleverly shepherds the ball out and gives Ryan Price a chance to send the ball up long. Eddie Black now has the ball. It's Galway, but John O'Connor has a chance here now. It hands the ball. Galway, there's out of Kavanagh, but Eddie Black wins the ball back. Carroll, well, now Eamon O'Brien. Eamon O'Brien looks to bring himself into the field, but great tracking back there. Kavanagh, as Colin O'Brien lays it off to Kinsler, back to O'Brien. O'Brien looks sent across, but well defended there for Ian Sinnott again, who lays off for a Courtown throw. Luke Green lays it over to Galway. Galway back to Kinsler. Sends the ball up, won the air by Mark McKeown. But referee calls both fellas down, holding their heads, so we'll give time for them to get medical treatment there. Hopefully both of them are on their feet quick enough. So Frankie, over 85 minutes gone now. Who's your nomination for the man of the match?
Yeah, it's probably a tough one there today. I thought Alan Freeman and Ian Sinnott were very good there for Shamrocks at the back, they're rock solid. Midfield then for Courtown, I thought Matty Kavanagh, really everything they were going to create was coming through him, but I think it'll be the centre back for Courtown today. Dylan Fleming, I thought he was excellent there. Now marking Cork is a tough task as well, so I thought he's been excellent throughout the match.
Thanks to that, Frankie. So the all-rounder man of the match is Dylan Fleming, as Emma Quirk plays the ball in there, cleared against, and now Glenn Hughes' ball. Glenn Hughes looks to run into the Shamrocks half, but pressure on by Mikey Dempsey, and does enough for Glenn Hughes to put the ball out. Jack Harlow has the ball. Jack Harlow with a chance now to play the ball across. Lays off, chance, and simple save there for Jason Maguire, and there was another clear good opportunity for Rovers, Frankie.
Great chance, yeah, great playing off the byline there and pulled it back lovely. Cleaner finish there now, and it probably would have rattled the net, but fell nicely for Jason, who held on well.
A price for Rovers claims the ball. As Price sends it down, finds Marty Kelly, but just couldn't control it. But Marty Kelly wins the ball back, but Glenn Hughes dispossesses him. Glenn Hughes carries into the Rovers half of the field. A foul given it way on Glenn Hughes by Marty Kay. So Courtown Hibs now have another chance to maybe get one of the man of the match. Dylan Fleming, the big man from Hibs, makes his way up the field. Don't know how long it's going to be out on here, Frankie. Probably maybe 4, maybe 5 minutes.
Probably cheer 4, yeah. And as we know from Shamrock's match last week, anything can happen right up till the death. So a chance for both teams yet to win it.
But I suppose in the last few games we've had, it's been injury time where all the crack has happened for it. I mean, Rovers get a 93rd minute winner against Gorey, 2 penalties in the 90th minute last night. So hopefully we can keep it going tonight. Oh, John O'Connor's the flick on, but Ian O'Brien now has the ball. Ian O'Brien dispossessed and goes out for a throw. Dempsey looks to take it quickly and finds John O'Connor. Now Ian O'Brien. Ian O'Brien looks to bring himself in, but great tracking there by Courtown Hibs, and Green sends up with the ball now with John O'Connor. Freeman looks to find Mort McKeown. Mort sends that in. Dangerous ball. Oh, wins by Quirk. Galway gets his head on it. Chance. Marty Kelly sends it across. Oh, just over the head of Emma Quirk. And Jack Carroll looks to keep it in and does. Jack Carroll gets by one player. Oh, and just couldn't get enough purchase on that crossing. Jason Maguire claims it for Courtown. As we're in the 90th minute, Maguire sends the ball up long. Oh, McKeown misses the header, but offside flag there, call against Kinsley again.
We'll have a look at that last chance.
Just look at the last chance there. Rovers been unlucky in the last 10 minutes, Frank, not to capitalise. Had some really clear-cut chances.
Yeah, they've had the chances, they'll definitely feel like they should be taking all 3 points from this match now. We know they can score late too, but we'll see what they can muster up here.
Ball Jack Carroll, Eddie Black finds empty, but there Galway gets there ahead of him. But puts pressure on him. Then Hughes there's about to the ball back McKeown. Advantage play to Courtown as Kavanagh comes through with the ball. Oisin Condren now. There's a half to O'Brien. Chance here, but Michael Kinsley couldn't get his hand as Price lays off to John O'Connor. Finds Quirk. Quirk gets the head on, looks to find Ian O'Brien. Ian O'Brien keeps the ball in play. Another chance here now for Shamrock Rovers near the end. Ball back to Quirk. Quirk, comes off the Courtown centre back and calls a handball. Referee says play on. Colin O'Brien now has the ball. Ball with Green, but Eddie Black gets a foot in there, and Rovers look to harbour one more chance just to find all 3 points here as Mikey Dempsey cuts back inside, looks to find Quirk. There's across the box. Oh, and another clear-cut opportunity. The ball goes for it. Rovers throwing. So can't be long left in this game. The ball out. Marty Kelly. Marty Kelly flicks across the box, but can't find a teammate. And Bob Freeman comes across to clear there, but now Courtown Hibs. Colin O'Brien looks to play it across to Matty Kavanagh. Kavanagh with a chance. Can he end? Oh! Ryan Price gives away the penalty. he had to try and make it, Frankie. I suppose it's one of them situations, really, isn't it?
Yeah, look, as the keeper was unfortunate, he had to come out for it. It was just a quick feat of Kavanagh really that done him there. A blistering counter attack there again. The deck, Shamrocks were really pushing forward there, left a few gaps, and in fairness to Courtown, they exploited it really, really well here.
Last minutes in these games. 93, Pat.
93rd minute, a penalty for Courtown Hibs. Matty Kavanagh against Ryan Price. Oh, it's top corner. Matty Kavanagh drills it into the top corner. There was no saving that one, really, Frankie, was there?
Oh, absolutely not. No, you could have two keepers there and they wouldn't have stopped it. He deserves that too. He's been excellent throughout the game. I think everything that's kind of that Courtown have created has come through him. So he's been class in there in the middle.
93 minutes gone. 1-0 Courtown.
All they do is kick the ball away.
There's a Courtown player waiting to come back, so must be only seconds left, and that's it. There's nothing left. Frankie. 1-0 Courtown. I mean, you called it. You said it was going to be a set piece, going to be a penalty. It was going to be something that won it, and tipped again. 93rd minute penalty, similar like last night, but this one ends the game 1-0. What do you make of it in general?
Yeah, look, it was a really, really intense game. A lot of really heavy tackles went flying in there, and probably the quality suffered because of that, and that's why it ended up being a set piece that decided it. But it just shows that the quality of this in the Wexford League. If you shut off early, you will be punished. I know this was, I think it was second versus fourth, I think, here today, and they really did go to the end. And if you do make a mistake there, you will be punished for it. Really, really cool penalty there at the end. Then in 93rd minute to get the winner was a really good penalty.
I suppose if you're North End, you're looking. It gives them a great cushion now at the top of it, especially with a couple of games in the hand. If you're Gorey Rangers watching this, I suppose it gives you another opportunity to build on from last night's win and look to be the main contenders for North End.
Yeah, look, it's always tough when there's teams with games in hand and stuff. It's hard to make sense of it really, but all you can do is win every game that's coming up to you. This wasn't in the script for Shamrocks. They would have came here expecting to win, and to leave it nothing will be very disappointing, especially in the last 20-25 minutes there. They were putting on all the pressure. Really, it was really a sucker punch at the end there that led to the win for Courtown, but they'll take that every day of the week.
Yeah, I mean, there was some resolute defending there from both sides really in it. The defence on both sides were regimented, were strong. I mean, you say yourself, Freeman and Sinnott for Rovers were extremely good, especially against the pace and power of Glenn Hughes, who was kept trying to come in, and Green for Hibs. But you got to give it to, you give man of the match Fleming. Like, he was really regimented there against a difficult challenge against Cork there, and the Zoo deserved the 3 points really from the hard work they put in. Like, it was a big shift to give.
Yeah, absolutely. You see if you can go now cramp it 5-10 minutes left there, they put in a huge shift, they hung in the game, and maybe not many people at the start would have given them a chance, but to turn it into a dogfight, they stopped Shamrock Rovers from playing a lot, and then they took their chance when it came. Like I say, it was a kind of a game for defenders, and they were all very good there, and probably had Shamrocks not been committing so many men forward, they wouldn't have got caught there at the end. But like I said, Shamrocks, they needed the 3 points really, and they were pushing for it strong, so it's just one of those things. But yeah, Courtown will be delighted with that. The setback soaked up the pressure. There's a few really good chances for Shamrocks there, which they'll rue now, but on the whole, Courtown will be delighted with that.
Absolutely. So it's another interesting ending to an all-rounder live stream.
We still haven't had a 0-0, Pat.
Still haven't had a 0-0, as John has advised us, and we don't want 0-0, John, really, I suppose. Look, once again, folks, I'd like to thank our sponsors for today, Kenny Fuels of Ferns. You can check them out on Twitter and Facebook at Kenny Fuels, or online at kennyfuels.ie. We'd also like to thank Fuse Technologies for providing their scaffolding here today. Fuse, they're there for all your fire prevention, security, alarms and TV needs. We are not around this weekend. We've done hard 3 days in a row. I could lose my voice, some people say, thankfully. I've seen enough of John Moynihan, he's definitely seen enough of me. So folks, look, thanks for tuning in. We'll hope to be back the following week with more games. Frank? thanks for joining us there tonight. You probably the most knowledgeable of all the all-rounder men when it comes to soccer. Former All-Ireland winner. We don't want to mention it too often. But from me, Pat Doyle, that's Frankie Derricks. John on camera. Thanks, folks. Good night and God bless.